I knew Toby was going to make sure that Austin had his say in the matter as well. Toby's obviously had his moment. Toby's going to get ready for race number 2. Good luck to him. Hopefully it's going to be a good one. But this man has just come away from the senior race with a victory as well. Are you trying to figure out who does best to see who does...
More or less, yeah. But it was a good race. Got brake checked at the start, actually. It was so unfortunate. We got a bumper. But just trying to do my best and happy to be here.
So considering how tough it's going to be now, that bumper obviously gives you a 5 seconds. So going into the second race, is there now a different approach knowing that?
Well, I just want to try get first again and be in the best place possible for the super heats, yeah.
So not too much of a celebration after race 1, but at least you know that the pace is relatively there.
Yeah, definitely. At least we know we're quick, so if we can keep working like this, we'll be sweet.
Now perhaps you could shed it says Speed Thailand. You're in a Cosmic. Did the wrong cart show up?
Well, I am in CRG Thailand, but I chose to go with Cosmic this time because it was the quicker one this weekend, but normally I'm in CRG, yeah.
Are they quite happy about work?
Oh, they don't win, so yeah.
Perfect. Now, we were scheduled to have some rain, but it looks like it's completely disappeared. Does that change the mindset, or after yesterday's practice, do you know what's coming?
I wasn't expecting rain, to be honest with you, because it's quite rare here, but even if it did rain, we'd be okay. We'd be sweet again.
Fantastic. Look forward to seeing what you can do in race 2. Good luck.
Thank you.
And then there's Nick Irawan, Fedes Fazil, Hammer Harris Jeffrey, Sra Anuras, Oscar Cura, Jenny Vibanet, Miguel Quinones and Michael Coe, who will also want to have a play in this particular race. So there's definitely going to be some intriguing action from them on this occasion. All of the drivers come out onto the circuit and they're all getting themselves now on the formation lap up to speed and up to temperature, making sure that they've got a kart which will give them plenty of grip and speed as well as traction into the first corner. It's quite important to make sure you get the maximum out of that on the opening couple of corners. The last thing you want is to have a kart that you're not confident with heading into turn 1. Got to make sure it all works according to plan. And so everybody is now ready in position. But now it's all going to be about our pole sitter, Kimi Chan, is backing up the pack and making sure that we all run to close proximity. So there is Kimi Chan alongside Austin Gale. So are we going to see another strong performance from Austin, or can Kimi Chan hold his nerve and hold his position? We'll have to find out in this one. The second heat of the weekend for the seniors in the Infinity IAME Series Asia here in Thailand on the Birakart circuit just outside Pattaya City. Out of the final turn, looks like a reasonably rapid start, but we are racing and off we go, and a good start from Kimi Chan. Already Austin Gale has had a tricky one. And hang on a minute, where is Austin Gale? Can't see him at the sharp end of the field. He's dropped down to 4th position, that's why. He's had a very poor start. So Austin Gale now trying to fend his way through into 3rd position, and he's made it stick. Good move from Austin Gale. So up into 3rd position he goes. It's already a very tricky start, but Kimi Chan leads the way. And that is exactly what he wanted from this race. Clifford Kanjanapas has moved up into 2nd position. And Austin Gale got through on Fedes Brazil to move through into 3rd position. But Austin Gale definitely on the back foot this time. So Kimi Chan leads the way. Probably thinking Christmas has come early after the way that Austin Gale controlled the race earlier on. But now it's going to be a tough one again as the drivers work their way through in close proximity. One more time, and up the inside in the final turn. That is Nick Irawan, I think, losing a position on the main straight there. As through comes Amaharis Jeffrey into 5th position. So Amaharis Jeffrey now up into P5. So through they go again, up to the hairpin and back on the power once more. Austin Gale, 3rd position, but not quite able to mix it with Clifford Kanjanapas in 2nd position at the time being. So still very close proximity stuff, but Kimi Chan leads the race in the early stages, and it's a perfect start from him. He absolutely measured it perfectly. So through the long flowing hairpin, back on the power once more. And still, Clifford Kanjanapas, 2nd place, trying to close up on Kimi Chan. But watch out for Austin Gale on the Cosmic in front of the 203. A very exciting challenge now building up here for Fedez Fazil. And Fazil has actually got a cart underneath him with which he can be relatively competitive. Austin Gale is not getting away from Fazil. If anything, Fazil is actually starting to hunt down Austin Gale. So this could be a very intriguing situation for him. But Fedez Fazil wants to close up on the Cosmic of Austin Gale. Had a choice of cart this weekend, and he felt that the Cosmic was actually going to give him more. So through they go once more. Again through the hairpin, getting back onto the power once again. This is great news for Kimi Chan, and it really opens things up in terms of the race weekend for all of us. So Clifford Kanajanapis doing a very fair job here in second position, just following in the wheel tracks, just staying smooth and steady to Kimi Chan. And that's exactly the kind of race we wanted. I didn't want this to be straightforward. I didn't want this to be a one-way runaway. Kimi Chan and Clifford Kanajanapis have made sure this is going to be a tough fight all the way. And considering there was 9/10 of a second between the whole field in time qualifying, mixing it all up a bit has definitely made things particularly intriguing, and still we have more of these great battles to come. In the second quartet of drivers, we've got a terrific battle for fifth position as moving up into P6, that is Sratan Yoras, who gets through on Amaharis Jeffrey. So Amaharis Jeffrey falls back down to seventh position once again. It's not easy to go away from karting and then jump straight back into it and being competitive. Racing's very different. And is that another move made by Amaharis Jeffrey? Yeah, it is, to just block off the intentions of Jenny Bibinet. So Bibinet unable to work with it. Look how close the top four are. This is incredibly tight. Kimi Chan in front of Clifford Kanajanapis, and then Austin Gale, and then Fedez Fazil. It's really close between the top four now. So still the leaders are very, very tight together. We're watching the fifth place battle, which is between Irawan, Anoras, Harris Jeffrey and Jenny Bibinet. I really want to see the four guys up front at this moment, as they are having a very tidy battle and they're very close together. As much as it is exciting to watch the fifth and sixth place squabble going on, look at the top four. Look how tight they are together as they come through on the lap. So they continue to work their way through. It looks like there's a mechanical problem. Somebody's slowing and coming into the pits. So we have a retirement. That looks to me like Amaharis Jeffrey. So Amaharis Jeffrey appears to be done in this race. Mechanical problems then for the Malaysian. That is very unfortunate indeed, as Amaharis Jeffrey for the Simon Racing team looks to be out of this one, and that definitely ruins his chances of a solid start for tomorrow's Superheat. Meanwhile, the top four are nose to tail. Kimi Chan, Clifford Kanajanapis, Austin Gale, Fedez Fazil. And it looks as though any one of them could be in the running for the victory of this. All it comes down to is managing tyres, managing tyre degradation. If you've got a car that has relatively good grip going into lap 11, you could definitely spring a surprise or two on your opponents. But you've got to stay hungry in order to get there. So still Austin Gale has not given up on his designs for the victory. He's got to go for Clifford Kanajanapis, but he's also got to make sure he doesn't lose too much time to him. Could this be one of those lap 11, lap 12 moments that they're actually going to go for it? Would certainly make a lot of sense. They come off the turn. 6 laps done, 6 to go. So now it all comes down to who's got the mental composure, who's got the patience and the resolve. Certainly Kimi Chan looking tidy at this moment. Second place, Clifford Kanajanapis, definitely one of the more pleasant surprises of this particular race day. And a great third positioning coming for Austin Gale at the moment. That will exacerbate some of the damage, but you do get the impression that the flow and the rhythm here is really impeded. I wonder how much of the dirty air or the draft you're actually going to get around a circuit like this in karts. It's probably fairly minimal. But certainly looking neat, tidy at the front end of the field. Kimi Chan holding on in front of Clifford Kanajanapis, and then Austin Gale and Fedez Fazil. Out of the final turn, Kimi Chan still trying to cope with the pressure. It's very similar to what we saw to the cadets race earlier on, where just everybody was just intimidating each other, hoping a mistake would come, and it doesn't appear to be coming for our race leader. So Kimi Chan hoping to go from lights to flag. It's certainly very decent of Clifford Ganjanapis to stay as close to his teammate as he physically can at this moment. Still they battle on. The top four very close. Kimi Chan leads Clifford Ganjanapis in front of Austin Gale. And then a tiny gap back to Fredis Frazil, but he needs to stay hungry out there. He needs to stay close to these top three. You never know what's going to kick off. So you need to be relatively nearby in order to react to that. There's certainly no big corporate lunges at the moment in the front end of the field between Kimi Chan and Clifford Ganjanapis. Certainly not enough to really warrant pushing him to his limits at the moment. And so still, the top four remains unchanged, as does 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 and 10 in fact. They're all very closely matched together in the senior category. Just the one retirement in Amma Harris Jeffrey, as you are currently watching the 210 of Nick Irwan, who's kind of on his own really in 5th position, not having the best of times trying to stay with the top four, but considering he only got back into a kart again a couple of years ago after having been in cars and various other disciplines of racing up to that point. And it's great to see the top four still very close. Kimi Chan not backing down. Austin Gale not backing down, but he's gone into second. I didn't see where he made the move on Clifford Ganjanapis, but he has got through into second position. So I'm afraid I missed that one, but Clifford Ganjanapis now down to third behind Austin Gale. So Austin Gale has worked his way into that second position in perfect timing, it would seem. 3 laps to go, and now has a bit of an opportunity to try and close up on our race leader. But that is a really tough position. Can Kimi Chan really be beaten in this race when you've got 6 kart lengths between them before he even shows up on the same wavelength as Kimi Chan? So it could be fascinating to see what Kimi Chan is able to do to stretch this out. You need a qualifying lap now, really, essentially, my man. Don't worry about how close they are to you, just focus on driving forward. So out of the final turn, and with 2 laps to go, Kimi Chan is looking comfortable, it has to be said. No major catastrophes incoming as Fredis Frazil closes up on his teammate Clifford Ganjanapis. So it could still be a very solid race battle from these drivers. The top four still very close. Kimi Chan leads the way. Austin Gale second. Clifford Ganjanapis third. And in 4th position, right behind them, is Fredis Frazil. So this is going to be all the way down to the wire between these 4. And it could be stalemate, but there could be 1 or 2 drivers who decide to roll up their sleeves and give it a go. Austin Gale, certainly one of the drivers who needs to. So it all comes down to who's leaving a little bit of rubber in compensation for the opportunity. The top 4 still coming through. Austin Gale reeling in Kimi Chan. He's definitely eaten into the gap quite considerably, having set the fastest lap at the end of lap 10. What does he do at the end of lap 11? He's done it again. Another new lap fastest, 55.65. Quicker than anybody else has managed. Can Austin Gale catch up with Kimi Chan with enough time to do anything about it? He's really going to have to go for it. Drives off the turns, keeps it going. Got to dial it in at the radius. Look how quickly Austin Gale is hustling Kimi Chan on the last lap. Could he actually go for the move? He's certainly got a bit of time to, but has he got opportunity? Down the back straight, through that long flowing right-handers. Just getting on the throttle fractionally earlier might do something. It would certainly speak up a lot. But it's going to be stalemate. Surely Austin Gale doesn't... Well, he might have one last chance on Kimi Chan. He's going to try. He's going to try. He squeezes. He's done it on the final corner, the final lap. What an amazing move. Austin Gale snatches the win from the jaws of defeat. What a move. I genuinely didn't think he'd get close enough. But that's exactly what he's done. Austin Gale squeezes through the gap. Absolutely incredible. That was such a tough move to pull off, and Austin Gale had the opportunity into the final corner of the final lap. I wasn't sure if there would be enough space. I'm not sure he did, but Austin Gale makes it happen. What an overtake. critical in terms of his deliverance of the opportunity. He needed to make that work, and it's exactly what he did. Austin Gale, thunderous overtake. Final corner, final lap, and that's his weekend galvanised.